Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel here at Cross My Art Studio. I'm your host, Nikki. This is episode 12 of the Welcome Baby Waylon Plaque. If you're excited for this episode, hit that like button. It really helps my channel. With that being said, let's get this paint party started now. The monkey face took 12 coats and the giraffe took 19. So congratulations to whoever's going to be winning. So we're going to go ahead and do the outline and touch up the brown, light browns. But we're going to go ahead and do the outline first. We are getting ready to put our varnish on. I am going to put the varnish on first, and then I am going to sand the edges around the side to get all that paint off. And I have a tool that I use, which I'll show you, is this tool. It's a sander. It can go on the grooves like this, and it can roll down, which I don't really need it on the back side, just the front. So we're going to take my brush and we're going to go ahead and do the top, not the sides, not the back, just this top. Seeing that color change with the paint, which means it just got the paint wet. Now with these words, I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to get inside those, make sure they're covered. Same with the elephant, lion. If I do this the first time, I will not have to do it again, hopefully. White in these letters will dry and they will not be white anymore. We're okay with that. We will let that dry and come back and do a second coat. Let this set for 2 hours. Hey everyone, now that you've seen the count, some of you got really close on this one. You guys seriously had me double checking my own counts with some of your guesses. I love seeing how closely you all are paying attention to the detail. It really means a lot to me. I'll be announcing the winners a little later in this episode, so stay tuned. Now, let's get back to watching what I do after the varnish has set for 2 hours. But first off, I'm going to sand this, and what I'm going to use first is the P1500. And then I'm going to wipe it clean with a damp rag, and then, of course, dry it with a dry rag. But before I wipe it clean, I'm going to do the 1500, 600, and then the 400, just to make sure we get down in the grooves of anything I have missed. We're going to go ahead and put the second coat on. Make sure I get it pretty good on here. I want it wet everywhere. And then we'll put one more coat on before we sand these edges. Let you know, the reason why I'm doing this first is so when I do sand these edges, the particles don't get into the paint itself. So we're going to let that sit now. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down again, the 1500, and the 600 and and then the 400. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We don't have to do it too much. It won't take too long to do this. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to wipe that down again. This is coat number 3, I believe. So I make sure I get all the dust particles out of these little grooves. And when I get ready to put that last coat on, I will speed it up. And then we will end up sanding these edges after this is dry. There's coat number 3. Now we're going to let that dry for 2 hours, and then we'll come back and sand the edges. Hey guys, just a quick reminder. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the big finale. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been following along this series. Your comments, guesses, and support mean the world to me, and it's so much fun seeing your guesses and excitement. Keep that energy going, and now, let's get back to the video to see the next steps in the process. Hey guys, we are going to start sanding this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to be moving it around quite a bit, so I'm going to try my best to get what I can on camera. I'm going to use this sander and do the edges, and I hope it works, because if not, then I'm going to have to get my router and do it again. But let's hope this works. If not, we'll go to the router. Hey guys, that works really well. Okay, so we're going to be switching this around, and this part I might have to do on the outside over here. That way you can see it. So far, so good, guys. Alright, I'm going to bring this over here. I hope you're getting all this, because this is pretty cool watching it come off, but it's really hard to see. I don't know. I'm going to try to bring it closer to you guys. I'm hoping it's catching everything. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the last 2 edges here. I've moved my camera so it's a little easier for you to see, I hope. I got most of it, but I think we're pretty good on that. I'll flip this around now. It's not too bad. I mean, I got some of it still on there. We got all edges done. I am going to flip this over and see if I have any paint on this side. I do right there. It's a red paint. Where did I didn't even use red, guys. Where'd that red come from? Well, we're gonna go ahead and try to get that red off of there. I think we're good. I really do. I really think we're good. I mean, there's a couple little spots, but for the most part, well, there's a little bit right there. And a little bit right there. Okay, we'll get those real quick. Alright guys, we're done with sanding. Woohoo! I will not go down on the number of grit because I don't have it. I probably do, but it's not rough at all. So now we're going to wipe this down. This is why I did the varnish, because of that dust. So it did wonders. It didn't get on there at all. So now we're going to wipe this down, and then we're going to varnish the sides. I'm just going to get a small foam brush. The brushes I did have, well, guess who forgot to put the lid back on? Me. So they dried out. So we're going to go ahead and do the varnishing. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up. So give me a few minutes. Okay everyone, we're getting ready to wipe this thing down and varnish the sides and the back. This is close to the end. We have 3 coats, maybe 4, because I think I'm going to do one more on the top. So we're going to go ahead and wipe this down. Get all that sawdust that I just did. And do this back side. And we're going to allow that to dry for a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and try to dry this. I have my little brush and my bigger brush. It's pretty well dried. We're going to go ahead and grab my varnish and start applying it. I did not sand it because it is already sanded. I will sand it before I put the second and third and fourth coats on. Alright, got the back side there done. Go ahead and use a small one. So we're going to stop there and we will get, oh, guess what? I forgot my brand. That's okay, we can still do it through this. I'm not going to do any more coats until I do the brand. And we're going to get that started before we let that completely dry. And then I'll put some more varnish on top of it. But we'll let that warm up here for a few minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks about right. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this real quick. Hold it on for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? It did wonders. It did good. Okay, we can go ahead and unplug that. You gotta be real careful with this stuff. I'm sure a lot of people have burned themselves plenty of times.
Hey, it's me again. Before we finish this series, here's the final challenge. Throughout this entire series, I turn my camera on and off many times while filming different parts of the process. So here's the question for the challenge. How many clips did it take to film this entire series? Make sure to like this video and share it just once. And then drop your guesses in the comments. You can guess as many times as you want. So keep them coming. This is your chance to win the grand prize. So think carefully. Alright, let's get back to see what I am doing next in the studio.
Hey guys, we're ready for coat number 2. I'm not sure if you saw, I don't know if I cut it out or not, but what happened to me on the last time, yeah, I didn't use my head. I don't know what was going on with me at that time, but I took my brander. Yes, it is cooled off by now. I took my brander and was gonna wrap the cord, and when I did, I'll show you how I did it, what happened. So I was gonna wrap my cord like this, and the closer I got, the closer it got me, not meaning to. So what happened, what this evil thing left me, was a nice little, I don't know if it's going to scar or not, but it left a nice little gift. And this has been about a week now because I had to let this set, and it set for 24 hours plus, let's just say a whole week before I am out here now. So that's about a week old. and it's not healing as fast as I want it to. But it hurts a little bit, but not as bad. When I did it, it hurt at all. So I didn't even know really I did it. I just know I caught myself until later on that evening. So we're going to put a second coat on this. Sand it first, wipe it off, let it dry a little bit, and then put our second coat on. And I'm hoping to get the third coat on today. All right, we're going to use 1500 grit, 400 and 600, or excuse me, 1500, 600, and then 400. Get this all smoothed out. I'm not worried about the side, but I am going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'll look at the other side to see if I got any. I didn't get any. So we're doing good there. Can't see this part, sorry. It's a little tall, but this is what I'm doing on the sides of it. The ends, I should say. Go ahead and do the 400 on the holes. I'm doing it by hand because if I do it with the actual sander, it will take way too much off because it spins so much faster than what I'm doing now. Okay, get the back of this. Sorry if you're not able to see all this. Got my camera in one spot, and I don't like to move my camera all the time. Okay, there's that. Now this is the 600, which I should have done 600 first. Well, look at there. It's just gonna smooth out that little other spot. I should have went with 400, 600, and 1500. I'm not thinking today for some reason. I want to get this done. It's okay. We're gonna wipe it off. It's really smooth now. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world, I should say. I did it in the wrong order. That was blue at one time. I'll wipe this side again, back, make sure I got it all. I don't know if you can see that brand. I'll show it to you real quick. I know the T isn't that dark, but I think it looks all right. Now I think we're ready. Maybe. Make sure I get all that off on the sides here. That dust on the other side real quick before we get started. Now there's a little spot there. Let's scratch off. That's when I was sanding with my triangle sander. So by the time I reach this point, Waylon's mom is going to have this already. I don't know if she's watching or not. She will end up seeing this. But if not, it's okay. Okay, I think we're ready to go ahead and varnish. So I'm going to go ahead and get my lovely jar open. This is what I'm keeping. Last time I didn't put my lid on and it dried all out. This time, we're good. This is our second coat. Alright, so I've done this side. What I should have done was this side first. Back side is still wet. Yes, I'm going to go back over it. But I should have done the sides here first before I did back side. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to go back over it where this is laying on because I had to get the edges, and I should have done that first. So when I flip it over, it's going to be here, and this part's already dry. So that's okay. So I'm going to just end for end here. That's why I wear gloves. And then I touch that on that side. So I'm just going to... Okay. So I'm going to just do this little spot here. We got that again. That is not my third coat. That is my second. We are going to let that dry for 2 hours. And then I will be back again. Make sure I put my lid. This is so everybody can see and tell me, make sure I did it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm being a goofball. We're getting ready to do the sanding of this. It's been a few hours now. So we're going to go ahead and sand this, wipe it off, and put our third coat on. We still got one more coat after this. I did it with the rougher one, so I'm not going to do any more because I don't want to get it all off. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off now. I'm going to turn it over, make sure we didn't get anything. This all looks really good, So I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off anyway. So I'm going to dry that part on this side. I'm sure this is all dry pretty well. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put that third coat of varnish on, and then we will wait a few more hours and do our last coat. Like I said last time, we're going to do the top first here. Let's see, I'm going to do one side here and get a whole bunch on that side. I'm going to go ahead and get that turned over end for end. We're going to sand the edges first. I'm using the 1500 grit because I don't think it needs anything else because it's pretty darn smooth by the way I can feel it anyway. All right, I'm going to wipe it off. There wasn't really nothing on that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and dry it. This might take a little bit to dry. All right, here we go. Last and final coat for the back. Hold on. Before I do anything, I'm going to start the front. Remember, I'm going to do the front first. Now we're going to flip it over like that. Yay, I did it right this time. All right, let's go ahead and do the edges first.
All right, everyone, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, at least for some of us. The winners for the giraffe and monkey coat challenge are, well, for the giraffe challenge, we didn't have an exact match, but we did have someone who got incredibly close. Now, for the monkey challenge, we did have an exact winner. Congratulations to Donna Smith for correctly guessing 12 monkey coats. And since I said I would choose the closest guess for the two challenges, and someone has already won the monkey challenge, the winner for the giraffe challenge with a guess of 18 coats is Shelly Tyler. Congratulations to both of you. And here's what both of you have won. Each of you will receive a $25 Visa gift card, either $10 off on my merch store or 3 drawstring bags, and a signature Cross My Art pin. The pins are currently held up in customs, but as soon as they arrive, I'll get them to you and you will get a choice. Alright. Now, before we head into the final episode, I have something very big for you. I'm going to give you 2 whole weeks to get your guesses in, because I'm going to be a little tied up this weekend and won't be able to do my editing. And during those 2 weeks, I'll be dropping clues along the way. So make sure you're watching, because those clues are going to help you out tremendously. The winner, only one this time, only one winner, will receive a $50 Visa gift card, $25 at my merch store, 3 drawstring bags or $10 off of my merch, and 2 signature pins, which they're on their way still. And I'll be ordering more, of course. I want to make sure you get something you'll truly love. So make sure you get your guesses in, because I'll be revealing that winner in episode 13, probably at the end, the grand finale. Alright, now let's get back to watching the final steps in the studio.
There you have it. That's coat number 4. And then after this dries, I will flip it over to coat number 4 on the top side, and we are completely finished. And then you'll get to see the finished product. Alright, bye-bye. Thank you so much for spending this time with me in my studio and being part of this creative journey. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. This helps more viewers see my channel. This is Nikki signing off from Cross My Art Studio. Keep creating, keep glowing, and keep bringing color into your life. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.